Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Fadlullah bin Abu Bakar. I'm a PhD student at University Tenaga Nasional. On behalf of all authors, today I would like to present part of our research project at University Tenaga Nasional under Transportation Research Group. So this is the topic that I will present today. The topic is evaluating the service quality of urban bus performance in Southern District of State Selangor, Malaysia. Next, this is the presentation outline today, as usual, from introduction, objective methodology, results, discussion, and some recommendation at the end of this presentation. Next, okay, this is the introduction. Okay, firstly, urbanization process represent the increased number of living in city as a result of people moving from rural area to urban area. There are almost 60% of world population in 2020 currently live in urban area, and this figure are expected to increase to 60% live in city and urban area by 2050. The report released by Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OEC) 2015. Next, researchers have defined congestion is when the travel demand excess road capacity and the flow of traffic is interrupted by a high density of vehicle, resulting in excess travel time. Effective and efficient of public transportation system model should be developed, including passenger demand, bus capacity, and transportation network. Next, previous study also addressed a good quality of service. Public transportation is defined as a key development for economic growth and boosting population. Each attribute of quality service represents a substantial role to enhance the overall quality level of bus performance. Next, there are important of engagement between stakeholders regarding issue and perception in order to understand of barrier to the public bus services. It seems to be the major problem which motivate the quality of service improvement. So this present study is vital as evaluate the current performance of bus in urban area and lead researcher to understand the existing issue that arise related to the quality of service. Thus, it is necessary to evaluate the service quality of urban bus performance in Southern District of State Selangor, Malaysia. Next, this is the objective of the study to evaluate the quality of service for urban bus performance in Southern District State of Selangor. Next, this is the research flow from methodology, route selection, planning, data collection, analysis, and report. Okay, this is two part of the methodology, which is first, identification of suitable transportation guideline or manual. Second is to determine the quality of service attribute selected in this study. So this is the route selection. First, the route selection, which is the cover part of Selangor, and this topic focusedly on three southern district of Selangor, which is Hulu Langat, Sepang, and Kuala Langat. And each district, we will select one selected main terminal, which cater most departure and arrival from designated specific location, which is Hulu Langat, Terminal Bas Kajang, Sepang, Pusat Penjaja Taman Seroja, Bandar Baru Sangat Tinggi, last Kuala Langat at Hentian Bantin. So this is the route that cover in this study, and this is, for example, Rapid KL operated depart from Hulu Langat to the Kuala Lumpur, and at figure 3 and figure 2, bus operation operated by Smart Selangor at Kuala Langat district. So next, this is the identification of suitable transportation guideline. So in this study, we focusedly and take transportation capacity and quality of service manual 2013 as a main guideline in this study. So next, we make some comparison to determine which suitable. So based on the comparison, it seems that the TCQSM is the most suitable to conduct the study. So this is the transportation guideline released by Transportation Board from USA. So we select only, there is a lot of service quality attribute. So in this study, we only focus 4 service quality attribute, which is first, service hour, second, service frequency, third, passenger load, fourth is on-time performance. So this is how do we calculate the service hour. And this is the guideline we adopt from the TCQSM. So this is the information. So this for that, this is the service frequency. This is the how we calculate the to determine the departure daily. Next, this is also the guideline from adopted from the guideline for service frequency. So this is the passenger load, how we determine the passenger load factor. This is the formula, number of passenger divided by number provided in the bus. So this is also the guideline to determine the rating of the passenger load attribute. So this is the on-time performance, which is actually the punctuality to determine the punctuality of bus. So total of on-time arrival or departure divided by total actual arrival. So it depends if we if we want to measure the arrival, so we analyze, we use the arrival time. If we want to determine the departure time, so we use the data from the departure of bus itself. So this is the guideline that we adopt from the guideline. So we will determine what is the quality of service based on the percentage of departure bus daily. Okay, this is the results in this study. Okay, the service for the service hour, which is table 6, show that the summary of the quality of service attribute. Most of the route operate between 6 a.m. to the 8 p.m. daily, and the most route was served for the local destination only. The earliest route departure recorded was 7:30, which is 5 a.m., and the last departure recorded is route T464, which is 11 p.m. And the quality of service for each location is classified as QSC for Hulu Langat, QSD for Sepang and Kuala Langat. Okay, next, for service frequency. Okay, table 7 show that the quality of service frequency in this study. The average of quality service for service frequency classified as quality of service D in Hulu Langat and QSF for both Sepang and Kuala Langat. Most of route have average of departure interval between 2 consecutive departure were recorded more than 60 minutes, which is classified as QOSF. Only route 450 in Hulu Langat has a significant departure interval, which is 50 minutes of departure interval with 66 departure daily. Operator obligate to set an appropriate frequency based on the demand of passenger for each route for both peak hour and off-peak hour, as to maintain their commitment to deliver a significant service to the passenger and user. There are several routes will serve as social route in Kajang, Sepang, and Banting, as to cater the local people to commute their daily life activities such as school, hospital, and mostly this is served as a main public transport operated by Smart Selangor. Okay, this is the results for passenger load. Okay, table 8 shows that the results for passenger load per route and the quality of service as well in this study, and all the passenger results was classified as a quality of service A. In this attribute, route 450, which is at Hulu Langat, recorded the highest passenger boarding with 49 passengers. Meanwhile, route BTG1 at Kuala Langat recorded the lowest passenger boarding with only 1 passenger. And the data were collected during the peak hour in the weekday, as the most passenger and users are expected to use bus services in this period. Although the quality of service passenger load was classified as a A, which considered as very good rating, but overall number passenger used bus services during this study at this location were considered very low due to COVID pandemic, because this study was measured during the post-COVID pandemic 19. Okay. Next, this is the last attribute, which is the on-time performance. Okay, table 9 shows that quality of service in this study. Okay, the total of 125 departure at Hulu Langat, 28 departure at Sepang, and 51 departure at Kuala Langat within this study. Okay, the quality of service on time performance based on location was classified as a QoSE at Hulu Langat, QoSD Sepang, and QSC at Kuala Langat. The most route was classified as a QoSE in this study by the total departure were less than 70% of on-time performance according to the schedule provided by the bus operator. Okay, this is the last part in the results section. Okay, table 10 shows that the overall quality of service in the Southern District of Selangor. So the overall quality of service could be determined based on the quality of service each attribute. Okay, based on the guideline and the previous study, the overall quality of service measured by converting each attribute into the scoring rating, and then the overall quality of service calculated based on the average rating in each attribute. Okay, the result shows that the overall quality of service were classified as a QSC for Hulu Langat, QSD for Sepang, and QSC for Kuala Langat. Okay, this is the conclusion for this presentation. The objective of the study is to evaluate the service quality of urban bus performance in Southern District of Selangor, which is cover Hulu Langat, Sepang, and Kuala Langat, which is and cover 4 service attribute, which is service hour, service frequency, passenger load, and on-time performance. Okay, there are 12 routes departing for various destinations in this location. The overall of quality of service was classified as QSC for Hulu Langat, QSD for Sepang, and QSC for Kuala Langat. And the most route was classified as a QSE by the total of departure were less than 70% of on-time performance according to the schedule provided by the bus operator. And the result shows that only route 450 in Kuala Langat has a significant departure interval, which is 15 minutes of departure interval with 66 departure daily. Okay, this is some recommendation based on this study. Okay, the authority should focus upgrading the integrated public transport terminal in this area. Mobility of people and goods are affected by improving the public transportation system. Next, the access to the bus service in the new development in this district yet still limited and results the total dependency to the private vehicle and causing an economic deprivation due to the increase of the cost living. The authority and operator also should improve the information of bus services to the public, as the bus services still cater a significant number of the passengers in this district. Next, authority can be used this result as their feedback on measuring effectiveness of bus services in this area, and future study in this topic by other researchers is highly recommended. Next, this is the acknowledgement. Thank you very much for Tenaga Nasional, UC Tenaga Nasional, and Yayasan Tenaga Nasional as well. So this is the reference for this presentation, and that's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.